So there's been news of possibly Mortal Kombat 12 being the game that NetherRealm Studios is going to be making, but what if possibly it wasn't Mortal Kombat 12 per se, and maybe just a different Mortal Kombat game altogether? Well, we got a rumor from 4chan, and it is basically a game called Mortal Kombat Trinity, and yeah, let's break it down and get to some details. So as I said, this leak does come from 4chan, and it is from Anonymous! So it could be from anybody, maybe it's from God. Maybe these are from God, guys. Maybe that's who it's really from, is Anonymous. Anyways, it's labeled W Discovery 2022 Games. And let me go ahead and read exactly what it says so we can kind of go through this together. And it lists the 2022 roster for Warner Brothers games, and then basically starts off with Mortal Kombat Trinity, which is due out in April. Sooner rather than later, right? I mean, I'd rather have it sooner than later. It's got a 50 character roster, brand new story mode, brand new crypts, 20 arenas, custom variations, and brand new towers. In addition to other games Warner Brothers is going to be releasing, we also know about Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. So those last two we already knew about, but the third one, dun, 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 Mortal Kombat Trinity is what we're looking for, and it just sounds kind of basic, right? Nothing really to it. What does the Trinity part mean? What does it mean? You know, Trinity is usually 3. So what does that mean? Could it be 3 games, like the 30th anniversary kind of, had us thinking like an anthology? Could it be a remastered of some games? Could it be a collective of, 9, 10, and 11? Could it be something like that? I mean, what does that mean, Mortal Kombat Trinity? What does that mean? As I said, we know that NetherRealm Studios is working on a Mortal Kombat game, but which is it going to be? Mortal Kombat 12, so like a continuation of 11? The Mortal Kombat 30th anniversary, which is like an anthology? Or like the remastered game with like a Shaolin Monks 2 or Special Forces remaster, because that's the one y'all want really badly. And then we got this one, Mortal Kombat Trinity. So I'm like, which is it going to be? So I already know that this is probably not right. I would love for this to be right. I think it sounds like a cool title. We had Mortal Kombat Trilogy, then we have Mortal Kombat Trinity, and I would love it to be some cool story that we haven't heard of maybe, or a meshing of some stories coming together. That'd be kind of cool. I didn't break down any of these things as far as characters, as far as the roster goes, because y'all do a good job of that for me as far as in the comments below on most of my videos. Give me exactly the characters you want to see, what your ideas are, and y'all come up with some pretty cool ideas, I'm not going to lie. And I think that NetherRealm Studios should be reading some comment sections because y'all have some cool ideas. So for sure, let me know your 50 character rosters down in the comments below. Or if you don't want to get all the way to 50, give me 25. Let me see what you got. So as I was going to say, I'm of course taking this with a grain of salt, as you should, but this is all just for fun discussion. And we know that there are other WB games on the roster, on the official roster of release. Like I said, Gotham Knights. We have the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. We have the Lego Skywalker Saga for Star Wars. We have the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game coming out. So those are all games, plus supposedly maybe an Injustice 3 or a Marvel fighting game. We don't know. So we have all these other things on the board. So do we really need a Mortal Kombat Trinity? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think also, just to kind of get the Marvel fighting game rumor out of the way, with the recent announcement from the PlayStation event of having Spider-Man 2 and a Wolverine game, which I don't think we saw coming, plus the Guardians of the Galaxy game coming out, plus more continual DLC for the Marvel's Avengers game, plus Marvel Midnight Suns coming out. That's a lot of Marvel. That's a lot of Marvel games. I think we're marveled out on games now. I think that's like from now to 2023 and 24. So I don't think we're going to have a Marvel fighting game, just FYI. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. One more thing I wanted to cover was DC fandom. Do we think that DC fandom could be where we see an announcement for a Mortal Kombat game? I covered this in a previous video about possibly Mortal Kombat 12 being a platform for us to get a teaser, a trailer, an announcement, something related to Mortal Kombat. Ed Boon has been a guest panelist on DC fandom before. He could do it again, and maybe they'll even throw in some stuff. I don't know if that will be likely. Probably not. It'd be nice if it happened, though. But yeah, we have this leak of Mortal Kombat Trinity. Not very many details. I think it is very grandiose to say that 50 characters is a lot to work with. I'm sure that's, main roster, DLC, plus guests, of course. It sounds really cool. I wish it gave us more, more details. With it being Warner Bros. Discovery in the title, maybe not. Depends on if Warner Brothers decides, or depending if AT&T decides to keep Warner Bros. Games or Discovery keeps Warner Bros. Games and doesn't sell it off, it's possibly may get something else. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about this leak. Do you think it's legit? Do you think it has some merit? Do you want to see a Mortal Kombat Trinity game, possibly of a new storyline, of an anthology game? What do you want Trinity to be? What would you want your Mortal Kombat game to be? Would you want it to be Mortal Kombat 12, or would you want it to be something different? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.